Okay, boys and girls, it's time for some science. You're going to need your Let's Find Out Science magazine. Are you ready? Why don't you go ahead and get that, and we'll get ready to start. Okay, here we go. April 14th, 2020. We're going to go ahead and watch the video first. It's our Let's Find Out If You See a Spring Flower.
What are all those sounds? They're some of the sounds of spring. Spring is the season that comes right after winter. In winter, much of the United States is cold and still. Animals hibernate. Trees have lost their leaves. The ground is frozen. But in spring, everything warms up and wakes up. And if you listen closely, you can hear sounds of spring all around. This tiny frog is called a spring peeper. It is one of the first animals to wake up from its winter sleep. These frogs are so tiny, one can fit on the tip of your finger. Spring peepers may be small, but they are loud. Their throats make a bubble when they peep. In spring, you're likely to hear birds sing early in the morning. They start singing about an hour before the sun comes up. Some birds sing to tell other birds, "I'm here. This is my territory." Spring is also a time when baby birds are hatching. They sing to let their parents know they are hungry. That's the sound of someone sneezing. In spring, many people get runny, itchy noses, and they achoo! In spring, there is a lot of pollen, and pollen makes many people sneeze. Pollen is a yellow, powdery grain that is made by trees and flowers. Because it is warmer in spring, flowers are blooming everywhere. Trees are growing new leaves, and the flowers and trees are making a lot of pollen. That's the sound of spring rain. Spring is one of the rainiest times of the year, but that's good news for all the plants that are growing. They need rainwater to grow big and strong. And that's the sound of boots splashing in spring. When all that spring rain mixes with the warmer spring soil on the ground, it makes mud. I think this doggy is going to need a bath. So when you hear the peeping of a frog, the tweeting of baby birds, the pitter-patter of rain, the splashing of mud puddles, and people sneezing all around you, you'll know spring is finally here.
Oh my goodness, boys and girls, I just love spring, don't you? Go ahead and turn towards your shoulder partner and tell them what you love most about spring. Is it hearing those little baby birds? Is it the flowers that are blooming? Is it puddle jumping? I know it's not sneezing. Go ahead and share your favorite thing about spring. Go ahead and do that. All right, when you're finished sharing, we're going to go ahead and do our Listen and Read Let's Find Out Science magazine. Are you ready? We're going to go ahead and get it out. Make sure your name is on the cover. All right, here we go. Let's listen and read.
If you see a spring flower, you might bend down to sniff it.
I definitely would.
If you bend down to sniff the flower, you might see a worm on the ground.
Ew.
If a worm is on the ground, a bird might hop over and snatch it up. If a bird snatches up the worm,
Hold on.
it might fly to its nest and feed its chicks. If you look up to see it feed its chicks, you might see more spring flowers. Big word. Bloom.
Say bloom.
In spring, flowers bloom. That means they grow and open up. Here are some of the first flowers to bloom in spring. Daffodil, crocus, tulip. Oh, I hear my chicks peeping. They must be hungry. Can you peep like chicks?
Let's see. Beep, 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 beep. Can you do that? All right, let's watch that little video right there. There's a video clip on the yellow and the pink one. Let's see what they are. Oh, I think that bird was being very patient and waiting for its lunch. Don't you think so? Anybody in the mood for some worms? All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, so sweet. Oh my goodness, those are just so precious, huh? And if God cares for the birds in the air, how much more does He care for us? Right, boys and girls? All right, let's go ahead and see what's on the back side. It says, say it, spell it, write it. Say the name of each picture and then write the letters to spell it. Then write the word. We did the first letter for you. Hint, the words are in the magazine. Each word has 4 letters. All right, so we're going to say it. Bird. We're going to spell it. You're going to need some crayons. B-I-R-D. So you're going to color the letters that make the word bird. And then you're going to write it. So if you need a little extra time, all you have to do is push pause. And we're going to write B, I, there's bossy R, huh? Isn't that right, boys and girls? And a D, bird. So cute. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to say it. What is this picture? A worm. What's the first sound you hear in W? Worm. Is it a W? Let's get that. W. That's a bossy R, but it's taking a vowel. The only vowel that's available is O. Worm. Worm. Isn't that an unusual word, boys and girls? All right, let's go ahead and write the word worm. We have a resource right here, W-O-R-M. It sounds like an E. W-O-R, and then an M. Worm. Worm. Good job. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's say it. Nest. Nest. Do you see how the arrow is pointing to the nest? Okay, let's see. What do you hear in nest? You hear N-E-S-T. Now you're going to write it. Nest. N-E-S-T. Nest. All the things that we would see in this word has 5 letters. It could be flower, but they had a bonus word in there for us. It was the word bloom. Bloom. What do you hear? Bull, bull, bull. Let's see, this one won't work. So I'm just going to highlight it. I'm going to be a problem solver. I'm going to go bull. Ooh. We know that's O-O. Bloom. And then we're going to write it. Bull. Ooh. Bloom. Oh, boys and girls, aren't you happy that God made spring with so many beautiful things? Flowers that are growing and baby birds that are being born and puddle jumping. He's such an awesome God, and he cares for us so very much, doesn't he, boys and girls? Well, you finished with your science, but if you want to, you can go to Scholastic, www.letsfindout.com, and you can go ahead and play the game, and there's other activities for you to do with that magazine. All right, guys, I love you. I'm proud of you.